Good afternoon, everybody. From wherever you are in the world today, welcome. My name is Melanie Harwood, and I am here today with Denise Meisner, the amazing Denise Meisner. I mean, I tell you what, if it was not for Denise Meisner, I don't think I could carry on. She's amazing. So can I just tell you how amazing she is, or is she going to get embarrassed? Can I tell people how amazing you are, Denise?
A little bit.
A little bit, just a little bit, So I met Denise just over 6 years ago, and she completely transformed not only my life, but my business, but my home life, everything. And she was sending me messages on my phone going, "You're going to see this course. You're going to see this course." And I was like, "Why? I don't want this course. I'm busy. I've got my schools. I've got Startby. I'm going from school to school around England. I've got my tea and cake event." She says, "Y'all, that's really good, but I need you to see this course." And I was like, "Oh, no, Denise said, I don't want to do another course." And then she said, "You have got to go to Toronto." And I said, "Why?" "I don't want to go to Toronto." Well, I don't know, there was some sort of a weird thing in the air that week, and she got a worm in my brain, and I just messaged her. I said, "Denise, I've gone to Toronto. I'm in Toronto." And she was like, "You're there?" I said, "Yes." Yeah. And I attended this incredible conference, which just totally blew my mind. And I was like, so this is what Denise was trying to teach me. And I came back and I said, "Denise, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. Can we do this together?" And whoa, if you had any inkling about what we have experienced to get to here, I don't think many people would do this. Denise had a vision of taking everything that we had created and turning our learning programs, which were specifically for schools, into home learning. And she said, "I don't want to just turn it into home learning. I want to empower the parents and carers and teachers as well. I want them to become the specialists. And we're going to create masterclasses. We are going to empower as many people on this planet as we possibly can." I said, "Okay."
We couldn't have you traveling the world every day, all the time. We needed to get you out there efficiently.
So, and then we some of you may know that Denise and I created the climate change teacher course, and we partnered with the United Nations. Denise and I got on a plane, we went to Geneva, we pitched to 35 United Nations agencies over 4 days, and they said, "We need this, can we have it?" And we were like, "Denise?" She was like, "Well, they want it, they want what we've got." And it went viral. We created this course that we just went, "Oh no, okay." But it's been an incredible experience. We have, and that is Educate Global is still going, and it is thriving. And today we had a phone call from a director of education from a London borough, and she said 15 schools have signed up, 21 on their way, and we just went, we're getting there. But when COVID-19 kicked in, Denise and I decided to create something called Solve. Solve is the summer online learning village experience, because we know that it takes a village to raise a child. And we have more than 30 programs that we have either created ourselves that are used in schools already throughout the United Kingdom and now spreading globally. And Denise said, "There are some programs that I'd like to curate as well. Could we get in touch with this person? Could we get in touch with that person?" And that's what we've done. And Denise has been working flat out for the last 3-4 months building this campaign, these pages, these info pages. And we did a couple of Facebook Lives this week, and one of them was with an occupational therapist called Emma Jeffries. And she sent us this message. I'm going to read it to you. So Emma, if you're watching this, it's all your fault. She said, I'm just talking to an OT friend and a colleague about Solve. Can we purchase the whole program for £2,997, which is US dollars 3,792, or is there an option for us to buy all of the individual products, programs separately? Can we pick and choose which programs and pay for them? And Denise and I said, that's a great idea, because not everybody wants to teach their children about handwriting or to do a handwriting assessment. Not everybody wants to do early years mini-Bs. Some people want to do our Get Media Savvy for Kids. Some parents want to do our Get Media Savvy. Some want to do our Steve Beckles-Abusier Don't Believe Everything You Think that is a motivational program that Steve has been delivering around the world. So we said, okay, if that's what you want, that is what we will do. So Denise has moved everything. So remember, you've got mini-Bs, what we call mini-Bs pre-handwriting, which is fine and gross motor skills, successful scissors, Start B handwriting assessment. We've got mini readers. Mini readers, how to minimize eco-anxiety. Start B handwriting for beginners. How to teach climate change to your children and in the classroom. How to do Start B handwriting top-up revision if you need to sort out legibility and fluency. Start B handwriting catch-up. That is like an intervention program for children 6 to 12. Wild Planet Explorers with Joanna McFarlane. There's nothing like that. That is just the best. She's
that's the best for the occupational therapist. That is movement and learning at the same time.
Oh, Denise, when Denise and I watched Joanna McFarlane deliver Wild Planet Explorers to us, we wanted a trial of it. Denise and I were jumping up and down. It's the first time I've ever watched a lesson on Zoom. And I was crying tears of joy. I was dancing, I was singing, I was moving. And afterwards, we just looked at each other and we just said, we've got to have this. So,
gotta have that.
So you all know, I got in my car last week and I drove all the way to Scotland with John, who was a BBC cameraman, and said, get that green screen, get the cameras, we are going to film this for Solve. I'm amazed. We were so lucky that Scouts Scotland headquarters allowed us to use their entire venue to film Wild Planet Explorers with Joanna McFarlane. So we have Wild Planet Explorers for juniors from 3 to 9 and Wild Planet Explorers for kids 9 to 17. There's nothing like it. It is awesome. Then we've got All Joined Up, which is the program that will get your child joining up once they've done patterns, lowercase, uppercase. Then we've got Dancing with Hannah Jane, which is with a renowned dance team. We've got a lady that is one of the top dance instructors in the United Kingdom. You don't get any better than Debbie Jealous and her team. You just don't. Then we've got Music with Hannah Jane. We've got all these songs, motivational songs. We've got world-class songwriters and producers that have written some of the world's biggest hits. And they are going to be doing deep dives with all of you for 8 weeks. And they're going to show you how they write these hit songs, how they produce them, how they record the vocals, how they record the hook lines. They are going to be working through the songs. Hannah Jane recorded 10 songs with some of the top songwriters, and they have got the most incredible affirmations, positive affirmations. That was Denise's idea. I didn't even see that. She just said, these songs, the lyrics, we need this now as a COVID-19 recovery program. We've got Gardening with Hannah Jane. We've got Get Media Savvy for Kids. We've got mini yoga. What's next? We've got Denise's Crosslinks journey. How to calm the combative child. We've got Lego mindfulness. These are Denise's core programs that are delivered in SEN schools and mainstream schools. Denise is an occupational therapist, specialist in autism. Now tell us, Denise, why did you make those programs?
Because I was able to combine my personal experience as a mother of a child with autism, he's now 20, and my professional experience as an occupational therapist of 30 years. And I knew that if I was an occupational therapist for, at that point, 20 some years, then if I was having difficulty with my combative child, there must be other parents. I hope it wasn't just me being ridiculous. I'm sure that other people needed the information that I was going to research to create a system. I knew that there were certain skills along the way that I was doing well, but I wasn't doing them all in the system. And once I got the system in place, the 6 modules, each module having 5 steps, that changed everything. I was no longer locked in my bathroom crying and wondering. They always say, live in the moment. I'm like, I don't like this moment. I want that person's moment. So I had to figure out a way to create joyful moments, recover from challenging moments, and then share it with other people.
Now, Denise, we had a very interesting chat yesterday about Lego mindfulness. You were invited to deliver a training in Derbyshire to 450 head teachers one day. And they contacted me and said, have you got anything on mindfulness? You know, and I said, oh yeah, Denise has created a program called Lego Mindfulness. And they said, oh, that sounds amazing. We'll have that. And I phoned you up and I said, Denise, you're going to be delivering this training course for teachers and head teachers on Lego mindfulness. She said, I don't have a course on Lego mindfulness. I said, I've been to your house. I've seen your son's Lego. I've never seen that much Lego in my life. You know Lego more than anybody on the planet. You are going to create a Lego mindfulness course. And you did.
I did, with the help of the student from Swansea University, Ellen Burrows. So it was actually a very nice opportunity to work with a graduate student who was able to also help me on the Crosslinks spin-off journal that we created, or I created, and she piloted with parents. And the parents gave great feedback about how their child had all of a sudden, it clicked with them what was to be expected of them, why behaviors, you know, should or should not happen. And it gave parents the tips and tricks to create really fun learning and living experiences. So it was great fun opportunities. I love meeting graduate students, undergraduate students.
Well, I mean, Denise, did you ever think 2 years ago, we were just saying this a few moments ago before we started, did you think 2 years ago when you convinced me to turn everything that we had at that time into a home learning, onto an online learning? Because, you know, StartB was already online because it's delivered by a child to children, but it's streamed into classrooms. I didn't see any of this going directly out to families.
Right.
What was it?
Well, I just trusted in you, first of all. I trusted in the people that I had met along the way. I've been very grateful to be blessed by teachers and homeschoolers, home trainers, diagnosticians, janitors, everybody, students, interns. And so I just had this great trust because I've been blessed. And we've caught 2 waves, if you think about it. We caught the wave with the United Nations, and we've caught the wave. We've been preparing and working with trust and intention at the forefront, and we just happen to be here with programs that we've developed over the years, not just over the days. And now we're ready for the pandemic era, and we're just very glad to be here for you because life is changing. And luckily, we had our eyes on the parents and the carers and the educators, and we also had the intention of saying thank you and paying it forward.
I think we've also been so blessed as well. I mean, we're very lucky. We work with one very, very special head teacher in particular. I'm going to mention Fiona Cowan. Fiona Cowan is a head teacher of more than 20 years experience. She's a leading education specialist. They don't come better than this. When you get into Fiona Cowan's brain and you see her mind maps that she develops, you just think, oh, I'm world worthy. And Fiona has helped us. She's built mini bees, that was a result of, we were doing the handwriting Matchfit assessment. We did it with more than 11,000 children in 2 years around the country. And Fiona helped us film the inset training. She said, right, I'm going to be delivering handwriting Matchfit assessment and handwriting assessment training to a cluster of schools. I want to deliver this training. And we said, can we film it? She said, great. We said, can we turn it into an online inset training? She said, great. And just the other day we said, would you mind? We'd like to give it forward. Can we give it to every school in the United Kingdom? And she said, I'll email all the head teachers in the United Kingdom. And she did. Most head teachers wouldn't do that. And then Fiona, we discovered that one of the biggest issues that we were finding with handwriting in primary school was fine and gross motor skills. And we said, we've got to build a program. And she didn't just step up to the mark. She even brought her own son to be one of the presenters, one of the co-presenters. So Arben is 4 years old, and he is delivering Mini Bees with Hannah Jane, who was 9 years old at the time. So that's just incredible. And Fiona has also been working full tilt on mini readers. And we've been trialing mini readers in a cluster of schools in Derbyshire. When COVID-19 kicked in, Fiona said, we don't want to lose this momentum. Can we trial mini readers with 104 families? Can we see, can we pivot? And this seems to be a recurring theme, that when you are a very small team, that you are almost like a family, that when something happens, you don't have to go through a bureaucratic system, that we have a meeting and we say, how do you feel about it? Let's try it out. Let's pivot. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to what we were comfortable with. And 99.999% of the time, when we have pivoted, magic has happened. Because with mini readers, Fiona then rewrote most of those lesson plans that we'd worked on. She rejigged them for parents to use at home during lockdown. She created projects for the children to be working on. And the feedback has been incredible. We even had a little girl ask her mother to write out 100 times, the coral is dying. And I thought, well, they're practicing their handwriting. That is amazing.
Do you want to explain more about our pivot that we're going to discuss?
Yes. I mean, so we've had a lot of parents in the last few days, a lot of occupational therapists, teachers, parents, carers say to us, my child is this particular age, and we're good with handwriting, or we don't really want mini readers, or we don't want mini bees, but we'd like the motivational with Steve Beckles of Boussier. We'd like that. So they said, can we just have those? So Denise has said, okay, I will create an opportunity for everybody to be able to choose what they want. If you only want one program in particular, you can access that for 8 weeks, and you can take part in the deep dives of that program with the specialist that is supporting it. So if you just want the language, the eco-anxiety course with Fiona, how to teach climate change, then that is the course that you will pay for. And Fiona will be doing the deep dives with you once a week for those 6 to 8 weeks. And that's your access. That's your program that you can have. But some of you want everything. So it's up to you what you have. You can decide. You worked it out the other day, Denise, that if you bought all of these programs separately, it was, how much was it?
Oh, it was a lot. I have to write it down again. It was like the cost $397 times 30.
Yes, it was very, very expensive. And we said, yeah, but you know, why would anybody want to do that? So we need to give you that choice yourselves. You can choose whether you want Calm the Combative Child, whether you want Lego, whether you want Get Media Savvy, whether you want Steve Beckles-Abusier's Don't Believe Everything You Think. That's an amazing course. Limiting Beliefs. We learned more in that Facebook Live. I can't wait for that course, because my daughter and I started changing behavior in one day, and I'm noticing the fruit of that. We've got mini readers. If you sign up for the whole of Solve, don't forget that you buy one and you gift one. You are getting a one-to-one handwriting kit with the handwriting Matchfit assessment booklets, with the live assessment that you're going to get with me on Zoom. But you are also gifting the exact same kit to a school that would not otherwise be able to afford it. But you can sign up for just one program. You can just sign up for the program, and if you want to buy the kit on its own, you can get the kit on its own. It's up to you. We are not going to put any pressure on you.
And we literally added this to the page 30 minutes ago. That's the beauty of us. We can add and edit whenever. And so we want you to know that we're hearing you, we're seeing you, and adapting to your needs, because we know what it's like to be parents. We know what it's like to be stuck at home. We know what it's like to need to know someone else is out there for you. And we are definitely here. And that's what we learned when we were doing our previous work on the courses, is that the additional component of support was so critical for success.
Yeah, it was. Sometimes people don't realize, they think, oh, well, I've created an online course. That's not it.
It doesn't cut the mustard anymore.
No, you and I learned that it was all about the support, the value added magic that you have to give. And that's that support, those deep dives, going through everything. I mean, even with Educate Global today, with every school that signs up to Educate Global, I do a one-to-one Zoom with a sustainability and climate change lead. I then do a Zoom with the team. I then do a follow-on Zoom. It's that one-to-one personal support. And we've got a support desk, we've got a help desk, and the same with Solve. We can't just sell you something and say, oh, thanks for the money, see you later. It doesn't work that way, because if you need guidance, or you need support, or you need to know something more, that's why we added the deep dives. That's why we spoke with Joanna McFarlane and said, would you provide that one-to-one personal support to Wild Planet Explorers Juniors, to Wild Planet Explorers Kids? If they didn't, we didn't add it. We had a couple of other programs that wanted to be in, and we said no, because if you're not prepared to provide that one-to-one support, those deep dives once a week for 8 weeks, we can't include it. And we couldn't.
Like everybody was learning along the way. And we learned, like you said, a whole bunch of great information just by speaking and interviewing Steve yesterday, Beckles-Abusier.
Yeah.
So, and that also raises their game. He said that he just loves interacting with people because that gives him something to think about or look up or learn about. And it, you know, he just was amazing yesterday.
Can you tell me, Denise, what you were talking about earlier about things going in the zigzag and then looking at them from above?
All right. So when you're in the thick of something, no matter what situation it is, whether it's all of a sudden, you know, 5 days notice that your child's out of school and you've lost your job, or, you know, you're isolated, or maybe it's something in the past that has been going on forever. When you're in the thick of it, it looks like spikes of stress and, you know, then down swings when you're exhausted, and then again, and it just doesn't seem like you're making progress, and the progress is all ziggy-zaggy. But when you take the 30,000 foot view, you see the topography and it's more spread out, and then it looks like, huh, okay, I've accomplished from A to Z. And yes, it was hard along the way, and I have learned things, and I am ready to maybe delete some things that no longer work in my life and replace them with things that will work in my life. And we discussed with several, even Keith Grinstead today, the skills we had before the pandemic are not necessarily the skills that are going to work in the pandemic era and beyond. So now it's just a really great time to figure out what's working for you, what's not working for you, and to let you know, Melanie and I are here, not just by ourselves, but with experts that we are really working hard to get the most out of learning and connecting at this time.
So if you want to join us for Solve, or if you want all of Solve, join us, you get the whole caboodle. If not, you can just sign up for one of the programs within Solve, and you will have that for 8 weeks, and you'll have the deep dives that come with it, and that's it. But if you want all of Solve, you get every single program, all of them, and the deep dives, and you have access for a full year. It's up to you.
And if you are on the opposite end of the spectrum and not stressed, but bored, stiff, that's another stressful way to be. You can consider selling our programs.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So Denise has done something really unique here. She's added a link about, I want to learn more about selling Solve. So it's not really about selling it, it's about recommending it. We want you to become an online influencer. You click on that link, you get your very own affiliate code. We activate it for you as soon as we get the notification. You can then put that link in all your social media, and anybody that signs up for the full Solve, you earn up to £600 commission. And Denise, we can even add that for all of the other single programs as well. We'll do that over the next few days. And Solve, the cart will be open until the 19th of July. So Solve kicks off, we start Solve on the 20th of July. So you have until the 19th of July to join us, either for the whole of Solve or to learn to earn and to become an affiliate and to become an influencer and recommend it and earn commission. Or maybe there's just one particular program that you like that you want to sign up to. And we can't wait for you to join us in whichever one that you choose. We are really looking forward to it. We got tons coming up. Denise and I have been inundated today. We've got lots of experts that want to be interviewed, want to talk, do Facebook Lives with us, do Zooms with us, deep dives, member makeovers. There's a lot on its way. So we can't wait to see you on the other side to Solve, because it takes a village to raise a child. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye then.
See you at the next video.
Bye.